Well, here the camera is. Oh, I can see the stuff on the front of the lens. Here the camera is in the cupboard again. This is the IF project. I'm not even sure what part this is now. I've lost count. But when I upload it, I'll make sure that it's in numerical order. I've already started. And those of you who are eagle-eyed, I wonder if the camera's facing the right way. Well, it spotted the clock's reading the right time today. I actually changed the battery, so now it's not going to be bouncing. Like the second hand isn't going to be bouncing at 22 ad infinitum and 22. What was it on before? 27, I think it was. So now it's working, and I used a battery. It's the same colour as a Duracell, but it wasn't a Duracell. But if it's the same colour, it'll probably work the same. So it should last for years. It's a bitterly freezing cold day today in Scotland, in Western Scotland, Isle of Bute. I got a package this morning, another package, I love it when I get packages in the mail, of a nice lens. Oh, actually I think there's something else there too. Yes, there is. There's a lens and there's a nut. And not just any ordinary nut. This is a left-hand threaded. What is that? It's probably a 7/16, I'm going to guess. I don't know. I didn't even look. I just ordered a left-hand threaded footrest nut for an A65, so I hope it fits. There's also a new lens. Look at that. I'm rather pleased with that. No doubt made in the Far East, but you know, who cares? It looks the same. It'll work as well. And what was even better is I got some of this, which on this frigid cold day in Scotland, I've actually used to try and block out the draft in the shed, because it really is drafty. The bike's come on. I've actually sort of pieced it together to see how it would look. There's no head on it yet. I'm waiting to get valve guards and possibly valves. The valves seem good, but it's. Yeah, I might use. I don't know. I've never replaced valves before, but it's apparently common practice to change the valves as well. So it's done 15,000, which isn't a huge amount for a valve, but of course it's a motorbike and it's air cooled, so they get hammered a lot harder than they do. It is assembled. I've got the primary drive here. I even got a chain, which is currently in a bucket of oil down there. I've got a primary drive chain, but I put the cover on just to see how it will look. And as you can see, the tank needs painting, as do the side panels, but it's starting to look like a motorbike. You can see the rust pitting, which is, I don't know, it's a shame, but it's part of a patina. It's the same on the chain guard. It's not too terrible. I mean, and this left side muffler, silencer, is not looking that pretty. I should probably put the lights on, shouldn't I? Even though it's a brightish day today. I want to put the stove on, the heater on as well. It's freezing here. So yeah, it's starting to look like an actual motorbike, which is very exciting. It'll need cleaning up, of course. When I paint it, I think things should just pop that little bit better. For some reason this side panel is a different colour than the other one. I suspect this is a second-hand spare. I actually like the colour, but yeah. Anyway, my wife and I were looking through the colour catalogues this morning and decided that it's got to be red. And we're going to go. There was a colour I found. Unfortunately, I forgot the name. Something red for a Rover, which actually looks a really nice colour. It's kind of got that sort of slightly dated look, aged look, so that should be good. I wanted to do it sort of like a candy apple red, but my wife was against it, so I haven't. I put the key in, which works. And there's no wiring yet, but well, there's partial loom, but the key's in, and that seems to work. That's the original key ring, I'm guessing. I mean, God knows how old that is, that key ring. It looks pretty ancient to me. It's probably worth a fortune in itself. So yeah, it's quite exciting. The day when it fires up is not that far away. This is just a quick run through, just to see what I've done basically. As I said, the primary drive is on. sorry, the primary drive cover is on. Just to see how it all looks. But there's no sprockets or clutch. That's all on the side there. This is a picture of the bike as it was. I think I noticed it's got a front number plate which it doesn't have anymore, which is a shame. And I'm going to guess that was probably taken. That bike looks pretty new there, so this must have been back in the 70s, I'm guessing. Very late 60s possibly even, 67. This might have been taken in 67. That looks like, I'm absolutely guessing here, but that almost looks like it might be up at Loch Tom, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But the bike looks new, pretty new, and I bet that's around. I mean, the guy that first bought it lived in Troon, which is south of here, along the coast. And then it ended up, I think it ended up in Kilwinning is where I got it from, which isn't far from Ayr. But yeah, they used to be BSA dealers in Troon, and that's where he picks up from. The first owner, I haven't got his name with me, the first owner is actually still alive, or so I was told by the guy I bought it from, who knows him. The second owner, unfortunately, the one whose estate sale this bike was bought from, has passed away. He was a musician. Again, I can't remember his name. I have to look it up. But he loved this bike, apparently. I don't think he was a mechanic, because there was precious little done to it, which is good. It's bad and good. Bad because obviously, maintenance was not high on the agenda. But good because nothing was modified or destroyed or thread stripped or anything. There's not a single thread stripped on this bike, which is astonishing. I've never encountered an old British motorcycle where there isn't on at least one stripped thread. I had a Norton N 15 years ago, and I think that was the complete opposite. I don't think there was a single insert thread that wasn't stripped. I ended up having to re-helicoil it. Actually, I made inserts on a lathe. I drilled out the holes. I think the primary chain case was this. There wasn't a single bolt that would hold in place. So what is I drilled the 1/4" screws. So I drilled them out to, as far as I remember, I think it was 3/8. And then I used 3/8 bolts. Well, I cut the shank, I cut the threaded part off, stuck it in the lathe, drilled it, put in, threaded a quarter UNC thread inside the 3/8 stud, and then drilled out the casings to accept the 3/8 stud with, drilled and tapped it, and then screwed them in and smoothed them off flat, and it worked beautifully. It never leaked a drop after that. I prefer that to helicoils. I'm never sure about. They work sort of. Sometimes they work perfectly, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just pull out, which is really annoying. But anyway, as I say, this one, not a single strip thread anywhere. It's just amazing. And there's my. I've actually got to see if this fits, because this was the only actual important fastener that was missing. What did I have? Oh, there it is. I have to put it off my teeth because I'm holding the camera. I could put the camera down for a second, I suppose. That would have been a smart move. And then here we go. We should have a bit of, I don't know, Holst playing Jupiter or something as I put this on. I'm supposed to blinking kick the brake levers in the way. And it fits. How about that? It actually fits. It's a trifle loose. So I'm going to guess there's a company somewhere that's knocking these out. Yeah, not wild about the looseness of it, but oh well. It works. At least I've got one bit of thread locker on there, and it'll be as good as new. So, yeah, I think we'll finish the video here, because at this point there's not much more I can report. I don't like the haziness on that lens, so I'm probably going to pop it out and redo it. As I say, I've got an oil pressure switch now on this bike. So I've got one of these lights is going to be oil and one's going to be the main beam. And this is the actual, I'll show you this quickly before I do go. This is the actual oil pressure takeoff point. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but I drilled kind of like deep into the oil pressure release valve because it goes in a fair way. We don't have the benefit on the iron frame ones, they have the benefit of an additional casting on there, so you can just drill into that. But you don't here, so you have to go in behind the, the actual ball or the plunger release mechanism of the pressure release valve that goes in quite deep, and I've just gone beyond it. So that way it gets in really tight, but as you see, it is a really tight fit. You have to be kind of careful doing this because you can really mess it up. I've done it 3 times now and I haven't messed it up yet, but I'm waiting for the day when I'm going to have to, I don't know, plug the casing or re-weld it or something like that, I don't know. Horns on, weird position, but according to the books that's where it goes. Xenodiode, I love that xenodiode heatsink. It's a piece of art. It's nice. And then I've got the head steady which goes on the top there. I redid the brackets for the side panel mounts. This one here, I made a mess of it, so I redid that one, remade one. As I say, that's pretty much it. It's all ready. I've got the chain also in a bucket of oil, so I'm going to attach that to the tail. Put a short piece of chain on here. Just there, short piece of old chain. So I'm going to attach the new one to that, and then run it through, and it's all on. Exciting stuff. Gosh, I've just noticed how incredibly grimy the lens is on this poor old video camera. Not the lens, the viewer, the viewing screen. And the lens actually, yeah, it's got stuff all over it. I don't even know if you can see it. Oh, it's got coffee on it. That's what it is. There's even a little bit on there. Oh dear. Anyway, thanks for watching the If Project 1967 BSA Lightning coming together in all its glory. It'll be an exciting day when it's going.